Tibetan tradition claims that several Buddhist teachers, including one individual named Padmasambhava, came to Tibet in the 8th century to introduce Buddhism. It is also said that he composed the Bardo Todo as a part of a larger text entitled The Cycle of Peaceful and Wrathful Deities, to further explain the process of attaining enlightenment. Padmasambhava's wife and student then wrote his teachings down and hid them in the Gampo hills of Tibet. In the 14th century, Karma Lingpa found these texts and introduced them again into Tibetan culture. At the time of death, it is believed that it takes an individual 49 days to reincarnate into its new body. As soon as respiration ceases, it is time to begin reading the Bardo Todo to her or him. This reading is called the liberation by hearing. Tibetans believe that hearing is the only sense that remains after the body has died, and therefore a way to guide the individual through the stages of death. According to the psychologist Carl Jung, in his commentary on the Book of the Dead, he says that the Bardo Todo grants the dead man the highest and safest truth, which is that even the gods are the radiance and reflections of our own souls. In her book, Luminous Emptiness, translator Francesca Fremantle explains the idea of Bardo further through her findings in translation. Quote, originally, Bardo referred only to the period between one life and the next, and this is still its normal meaning when it is mentioned without any qualification. By refining even further the understanding of the essence of Bardo, it can then be applied to every moment of existence. The present moment, the now, is a continual Bardo, always suspended between the past and the future. End quote.
The Book of the Dead describes how at death the consciousness is suddenly separated from all the circumstances which made up daily life. Mind experiences its own liberation directly as radiant, pure white light. Both life and death, according to the Bardo Todo, are a continuous flow of uncertain transitions called bardos. In the bardos of death, if mind does not recognize its own nature, it becomes ever more solid until it enters a new form of life. O son of noble family, now is the time for you to seek a path. You are not alone in leaving this world. Everyone who has come before you has died. You can no longer stay here. Now you should think like this. Now I will abandon clinging to this body and to this world. I will go forward. I will abandon fear and terror. I will recognize whatever appears as a projection of my own mind.
O child of Buddha nature, during and after death you will experience three intermediate states: the intermediate state of the time and death, the intermediate state of reality, and the intermediate state of rebirth. Of these three, it was the intermediate state of the time of death which you experienced until yesterday. Although the inner radiance of reality arose during that time, you did not recognize it. So now, as a result, you have been compelled to wander here, and now you will experience the intermediate state of reality, followed by the intermediate state of rebirth. You must therefore recognize without distraction the instruction and events which I am now going to introduce to you. Alas now, O child of Buddha nature, whatever fearsome and terrifying apparitions appear to you now, recognize them to be natural manifestations of actual reality. Do not be afraid. Recognize these appearances as inner radiance, your own natural luminosity. Upon recognition, you will undoubtedly attain Buddhahood right now. That which is called instantaneous perfect Buddhahood will occur at this very moment. Remember this and hold it in your mind. O child of Buddha nature, when such visions arise, do not be afraid or terrified. Your body is a mental body, formed of habitual tendencies. Therefore, even if you are slain and cut into pieces, you will not die. You are, in reality, a natural form of emptiness, so there is no need to be afraid.
If you're frightened and tired, you hold on. You never satisfy away. If your nature pleases, then the devils will really angel, free, fire.
Once again, seeing your homeland, circle of friends, relatives, and even your own corpse, you will realize, I am dead, what should I do now? You will feel deeply saddened by your existence in a mental body and wish, oh, that I might obtain a physical body. Consequently, you will experience roaming here and there in search of a body. You might even attempt many times to re-enter your own body, but a long time has already elapsed in the previous intermediate state of reality. In winter, your body will have frozen. In summer, it will have decayed. Alternatively, your relatives will have cremated it, buried it in a grave, or offered it to the birds and wild animals. Not finding a way back, you will feel utterly distressed, and you will certainly feel yourself trying to squeeze into the crevices between stones and rocks. Torments such as these will unfold you. This beginning the intermediate state of rebirth, so long as you search for a body, you will experience nothing but suffering. Therefore, give up your clinging to a body and rest in a state of non-activity.